Okay, this video here is going to be a little bit about KathryDill. Okay, I want to say a few things here. Cassie got married here right around the beginning of the year. Cassie wasn't hung out at political events. Everybody saw it in videos. She was constantly at political events. And it just so happens that the guy she hooked up with was somebody that's going to be a politician or is a politician. Okay? So she's hooked herself up with a politician, and that would make sense. That's why she hung out at the political events, because she was gold digging. She was chasing politicians because politicians make big money. Do you catch my drift here? And now we all know that the men in today's society, men do not have no say-so nor choice. The women are given all the say-so, all the choice, all the power. Men are absolutely given none. None at all. Okay? One thing that's living proof that you can't even get around regardless of how hard you try is something I've been saying for a long time now, that you people haven't the first fucking clue of what you're doing. You don't know what love is. You don't know what a relationship. You only know what usury is. You only know what selfishness is, okay? And this is living proof of this. See, how long was you married to him, Cassie? 5 months? 6 months tops? And you're already divorced? That's right, and you're already divorced, okay? See, this was shared with me, and this is off of Cassie's Facebook page. Cassie made a statement, okay, KathryDill, you feel like you have just, she says, I feel like I have just escaped from hell. Okay, Cassie says she feels like she just escaped from hell. Well, there's a problem there, Cassie. It takes two people to fight. That's right, it takes two people to fight. Which means your little dinky short marriage was filled with nothing but drama, wasn't it? Now, I could be wrong here, because this does go both ways, but 90% of the time, it goes one way. Women create problem, women cause problem, women file for divorce. But there is the other 10% of the time when the men create the problems, the drama, the blah, 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 okay? This is why I'm saying I could be wrong here. But from what I've seen here, this is what I think happened. My opinion, okay? Now, I could be wrong, but my opinion is Cassie deliberately frequented public political events so that she could meet somebody that was in a position that made good money. She met somebody. She manipulated him, got married to him, got pregnant, fully knowing when she married him that she was going to divorce him. Why would she do that? Because if she marries him and gets pregnant with his child and then divorces him, and he is a politician, he makes ass-kicking money. Anybody that understands how the court system works understands child support is based on one's income. If she married a politician who made ass-kicking money, she gets to rape him for child support for 18 years, and the child support's not from somebody just making 10 or 15 bucks an hour. The child support's from somebody that's making buku fucking money because they're a politician. So she's going to get buku fucking money in child support checks, because this is what the court bases the child support on, is the amount of money the person makes. So, with that being said, my personal opinion is Cassie knew full well what she was doing. She deceived this guy. She manipulated him to steal his sperm. She made the marriage happen so that it would look more legit for her. Operation Cover Cassie's Ass. Okay? Stole his sperm, divorced him, and now she'll use the court system to rape him for the next 18 years. That's my opinion. Now, I could be wrong, but I'll tell you this. How long was this marriage? 5, 6 months? And you're already divorced? Okay? She makes a statement further down here about, okay, let me go to it. Okay, KathryDill, I had no other option. I would not have done this if not for extreme circumstances. Well, the problem with that statement, Cassie, is it takes two to fight. You're not elaborating on what happened. So my question is which one treated the other person like a complete piece of dirt, like a fucking slave? Because I've seen it go both ways. The problem is this. People get together, and then somebody decides they wear the pants in the family. That's nothing more than saying who's the slave and who's the master. If he wants the guy that says, I wear the pants in this family, that means he looked at Cassie as a slave. If Cassie says, no, I wear the pants, she looked at him as a slave. Now, the trend in today's society that's been going on for a long time is the woman wants to not only have all the say-so and choice, which she already does in the dating scene, she wants total control in the relationship. In other words, she wants the slave, okay? We already know, okay, how it goes because the proof is in the pudding. Men are disposable. Other men will slap other men around, attack other men, all for the sake of putting their dick in a hole because they call that love. These comments that are in this post that was shared with me off of Cassie's Facebook account are full of vaginas. There's a few that may not be vaginas here that actually had good comments, but there's a lot of guys here that are vaginas. One guy even went as far as calling her now ex-husband a Nazi, okay? And the guy probably didn't even know him. That's called Operation Kiss Cassie's Ass to try to get into her pants. Because he's a fucking vagina. Right here. Eddie the vagina, right? You deserve so much more than that. Like as if he was in the relationship there to know. See what I'm saying? Like as if he was there to know. My problem here is this was a very, very, very short marriage. It proves everything I've said for so fucking long. And you can literally show people thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of these cases every single year. And they still won't get it. It'll still be above their IQ. But the reality is this only does one thing. It proves everything I've been saying for so long to be so accurate. This marriage lasted 5-6 months at the tops. She says there was no other option. The reason there was no other option is because you wasn't willing to work together. Because if you really loved each other, you would have already known that a relationship is 50-50 and you work together. Nobody's boss. She's not his boss. He's not her boss. You only came down to no option because you wasn't willing to work together because you both failed to grow the fuck up. That's really what that spells. That you failed to grow up. You wasn't willing to work together. So you had no other option. But yet when you got together with him, you seemed to get along just fine, didn't you? That's right. And the only reason you didn't get along after it was official was why? Because somebody decided they were somebody's boss. Isn't that right? Somebody decided they could tell the other person what color to shit and how many times a day and how high, right? That's exactly what happened. And created drama. The favorite line in today's society, what people call love, is drama. You know, your special ability to create your very own killers. But now, back to my own opinion, and I could be wrong, but my opinion is KathryDill knew full well what she was doing here. She didn't frequent these political events for no reason at all. She'd frequent all these political events to meet somebody that was in a position that made money. Knowing full well when she married this guy that she was going to divorce him before they even got married. Knowing full well that she used the marriage to make herself look good.
What the fuck happened to my double shot?
Okay? To make herself look good. And to rape this guy for the next 18 years because of the child. knowing full well the courts based the fucking child support on the income the man makes. Because Cassie's not stupid. So this is my opinion. I think that's what's happened here. Like as I said, I could be wrong. The guy could have been an asshole. But regardless of what, they both failed. They both failed. Because neither one of them knew what the fuck they was doing. But they in that situation. But my opinion is, yeah, somebody knew what they were doing, called Cassie. She knew full well what she was doing. That's my opinion anyhow. And I'm going to stick with my opinion because this stuff is happening all over the place all the fucking time. Okay? It's fucking pathetic. But the one thing that is proof, without a fucking any doubt, okay, is that you people don't know what the fuck you're doing. So yes, in light of what you've seen there, it comes down to one thing, okay? Cassie's very own words was, if not for extreme circumstances, this would not have happened, okay? And that right there is a big red flag, okay? Extreme circumstances. Yeah. That's short of a marriage, okay? That's right. That's what today's society's about, isn't it? Now the circumstances are actually quite in your face. The circumstances are, they both failed. They were unable to get along, but yet they married each other, right? And it couldn't be worked out, right? The only reason it couldn't be worked out is because one or the other or both were not willing to work together. That's the only reason that it couldn't be worked out. And it's the only reason she made that comment about it, if not for extreme circumstances. See, that's lame. That's a lame excuse. That's digging for excuses. Okay? When the real reasoning behind this whole thing comes down to one thing. Okay? Wasn't willing to work together. Neither one was willing to put 50-50 into it. And if or and, let's just give an example. He wanted to work with her and she didn't want to, it'd be a waste of his breath. If she wanted to work with him and he wasn't willing to, it'd be a waste of her breath. See, so the epic failure, the failure to grow up, the failure to understand what real love is, the failure to understand what a relationship is. A relationship for it to work takes 50-50. To make a lifetime commitment, a lifetime relationship work, it's just like that 101, 102-year-old lady and man that were still married, has been married for 83 years, said the key to their marriage lasting was avoiding fighting. That's right, to avoid drama at all costs. And that's what they did for 80-something years. They avoided drama. They walked away from each other to cool off. They did not go into drama with each other. The epic failure of today's society. And this is demonstrated in what happened with Cassie. Okay, so the only reason she made the statement of not for extreme circumstances is because neither one, or one or the other, he or she, was not willing to work with the other. Pathetic.